Hello everyone. Today we have 2019 Isuzu V-Cross and we are going to break a myth that tuning is only meant for performance. This car, when people buy it, they often put bigger tires on it, they modify it a lot, and as a result it loses mileage. So today we are going to remap this car and test the mileage. So how we are going to do it is, this car is currently in stock condition. We're going to fill up the tank, drive it for 150 kilometers from here to a point very close to Rohtak, from Mohali to Rohtak, and we'll check how much fuel does it consume on one way, and then we're going to tune it on the petrol pump, put a mileage map on it by Quantum Tuning Performance, and drive it back to our garage, which is exactly another 150 kilometers. So this is going to be a 300 kilometers trip. It is a very mix and match. It has a good stretch of state highway, traffic area, national highway, plus an express highway, and we are going to test how much difference does a remapping make to the car. This is the car. It already has upgraded tires, so that reduces the mileage, increases the friction. So this is the car we are going to drive today. It's a 2019 and so far it has been driven 74,362 kilometers. We are going to review it on the way, how it feels to drive. So we are filling up the car from here at the HP pump based out near Mohali, and we are going to take a trip of 152 kilometers to the Indian oil pump. So we have filled up this vehicle. It has taken 19.30 liters to fill up the tank, and from here we are going to drive around 150 to 155 kilometers approximately to the next petrol pump, and then we'll come back here at the same pump and fill it up again the second time and see what is the mileage difference on the car. If you look at the odometer right now, so currently the reading is 74,364. I'm resetting all the trips here. And now we're going to start our journey from here. The first impressions of the car is it's really huge. It's a really huge vehicle. It has a bit of body roll in it. It does not really like bumpy roads, but it is designed for bumpy roads though. So far it seems the power band is very close, between 2000 to 3000 RPM. That's the perfect shift spot. And we'll try to bring it as much as at a cruise speed without trying to brake too much and without trying to overspeed or anything for that matter. And catch you guys in some time again. Let's see how the car performs. And I've been joined by my dear friend Major. He's gonna film the whole trip. So again, we're traveling from Mohali to a petrol pump close to Rohtak. So far we're hitting an average speed of 14 kilometers per hour. The traffic is little too much and the road is under construction, and this car does not have the best suspension, I would say that. It's a little wobbly. The gear lever really shakes a lot. I mean, it just keeps constantly vibrating. I mean, I find it a little weird. Another weird thing which I found is, which is really nagging me right now, is this empty space. I mean, they could have put easily sunglass holder or something. This rear view mirror is very, I don't know, it's just because it's an old car, it's been used for a few years, that's why it is like this. But right now it is very flimsy, and in a good bump it kind of shakes and rattles a lot. Overall, car is made of a lot of plastic. I do not hear any plastic noises, but the feel and finish is a lot of plastic here. Another weird thing which I saw is it does not have the mirror control buttons over here. Rather, they're placed at a very awkward place down below. So if someone is trying to reverse and would like to change the settings for the rear view mirror, it would be a very annoying. I mean, in most cars you have these control mirrors over here for OVRMs, and I personally prefer them over here. My personal choice, but yeah, they should be over here. AC vents have a very weird shape. I mean, this point, like if I look at this particular thing and I feel that, okay, where this is pointed right now should be pointed at my face. But if I do it, it kind of, this is pointing at my face, but the wind is over here now. So that is a very odd placement. That's something they should have considered while making the car. Odometer seems adequate for this car. I mean, the people who drive this car are really not looking into many gimmicks and features. It's a very clear-cut information of what you have. The temperature is must, fuel is must, outside weather temperature is must. You have your odometer. I mean, you have your RPM, you have your speedometer, your average and everything. Pretty decent. I have still not used the infotainment system so far. I'm more focused at the other things right now. This car does have an airbag, but this area is still empty. So I'm not sure if there's a top model from this vehicle that has extra buttons over here. But yes, they could have put something over here to control other features of the car. And so far we have driven, we are on the way from past 15 minutes. We have driven around like 5 to 6 kilometers. And once we leave, this is a road under construction right now. So we are not hitting more than 60 kilometers per hour, though the speed limit is 80. So furthermore, we'll see how much this car performs. The whole idea about this trip was we are not looking at one stretch of a road. It's not just highways or it's not just straight roads. We are making a mix of all the kind of terrains on the road you can find for an average user. Like every car does not really go to Ladakh every month. People are driving it on a daily basis. They want to drive it on the cities. They want to drive it on the highways. So our main focus is for those people who drive it every day as an everyday vehicle. This whole video is pointed towards those people. Like those people have these cars and they do basic mods to this. The first one is putting up bigger tires. So these bigger tires do affect your economy. And our whole point of this video again is to show people that yes, tuning, what people call, is it can damage your engine. Yes, bad tunes do damage your engine, but there's a difference between good and bad. Quantum Tuning is one of the most reputed tuning companies in the world, and they have come out with this very amazing maps for Indian-based people. I mean, most of the people over here are very mileage oriented, and they would like to get the most out of their vehicle. Performance customers are there, and they're it's a very niche category. So there are not too many performance oriented people, but mass people are more mileage oriented. So our whole focus today is more on mileage. How much can we improve the mileage? And obviously we have performance maps also. We're going to test the performance maps later in coming episodes. And this is one of the cars we're testing today, and we will be lining up all the cars that people generally use. There'll be BMWs, there'll be Volkswagen Polos, Skodas, all the everyday vehicles. Even if people say that if you want us to test Marutis, I mean, we'll test those vehicles as well. It's all up to you. You tell us which vehicle to test. We'll try our best. Or if you have a vehicle that you want us to test, we are free to those options as well. We'll test those vehicles, we'll find, and we are not at all looking at what the company claims the average of this vehicle is. No, I've not looked at the specs. I believe in real driving conditions. Our temperature is not going to vary. We're driving at around 12 p.m. right now, and we'll try to finish off the test before 5 to 6 p.m. So the weather kind of remains in the same category, the density will remain the same, and so it should not affect the fuel mileage a lot. So we are going to take a left from here towards Ambala, and from there we'll go on National Highway 152D and go towards the Rohtak exit. So far we have driven is 24.9 kilometers, around 25 kilometers now. It is saying it's giving an average of 13.4 kilometers per liter. And our major did not know that we are going for such a long trip. He came for a surprise. He was like, "Kahan ja rahe mere bhai?" I said, "Rohtak." कहते Rohtak तो लांड्रा बना दिया, कहते रोज ही चल लेते हैं उधर तक. So what has happened actually is we have been traveling a lot in past few days. We have literally been to Delhi, Gurgaon, Rohtak like 4 to 5 times, and we went to Jaipur before that in like past 2 weeks. So it has been a really hectic days for us. So we have crossed our first toll. And this is that old Shambhu border which you all guys know was blocked from a very very long time due to the farmer protest, and now it has opened. So we are lucky enough to go through this road again now, and from here we are going to go up on the Jaipur Narnaul highway, that is 152D. It really lacks that low end punch. I mean, if you are an off roader or if you're really crawling this car in traffic, I mean, it really lacks that low end punch. I mean, there's nothing in the very first or second gear. I mean, it's really sluggish, or it's just this vehicle. I mean, this vehicle otherwise seems perfect. Everything, its maintenance wise, is pretty good, but it seems very sluggish. I mean, I've not driven this vehicle a lot to experience these things, but yeah, first, second gear could have been improved a lot. The power band could have been better. This is a pretty decent road, but it's still under construction, so we'll be able to hit 80 kilometers per hour easily, and we'll try to maintain beyond that. I'm not trying to go over the speed limit or anything. I'm just trying to stay within the speed limit and see how this car performs. Once I reach the express highway, I will push this car to 100 kilometers per hour, and it is showing us an average of 13.3 kilometers per liter, and we are hitting an average speed of 50 kilometers per hour. So now we have entered on the National Highway 152D. It has an average speed of 100 kilometers per hour, so that's what we are going to maintain now. We have 77 more kilometers to go, which is showing roughly around 55 minutes. We have driven this car for 1 hour and 21 minutes so far. For some reason, this car doesn't seem very happy at 100 kilometers per hour. The average has been dropping down from, it started from 13.3 and now it was 13.1 and now it's 13.0. When I'm trying to maintain 100 kilometers per hour, and it keeps losing its average. So we are around 16 kilometers away from our destination. So far the odometer says it's giving 12.4 kilometers per liter. So this is the exit we are going to take. We have driven 142 kilometers so far, and the pump is approximately another 5 or 7 odd kilometers after the exit. So then we'll go to the pump and measure how much fuel it consumed, and then we'll refill it, tune it, and head back to the garage and calculate how much difference it makes after the tune. So we have reached at the pump. We have to travel 145.4 kilometers, and we are going to refill from here, and you can look at all the other readings. So car says it states it has been giving a 12.4 kilometers per liter average, and we drove 145 at an average speed of 67 kilometers per hour. We drove for 2 hours and 10 minutes. कर दो भैया टैंक फुल, चला दो भैया, कर दो स्टार्ट. Bus. So it has consumed 10.92 for 145 kilometers. Now we are going to park the car over there and start tuning it. After that, we'll head back home. So it is giving us an average of 13.31. Okay, and the car is claiming an average of 12.4. So now we're going to tune the car and let's see further. So now I'm going to tune the car. Let me identify it first. It's going to take around roughly 15 odd minutes. Now it's going to take approximately 15-20 minutes to remap the car, and till then I'll freshen up and we'll head back. I've driven this around 145, 150 kilometers. How does it feel? Braking, I would say, can be improved a lot. I mean, either it brakes or it does not brake. I mean, the brake is very jerky, it's not very confidence inspiring, and the ride quality is not up to the mark. It wobbles a lot. I'm more used to a very comfortable drive. It wobbles a lot. It's not really stable on the highway. I mean, you have to keep your hand constantly on the steering. I mean, you cannot. I mean, you didn't have the full concentration all the time. Plus, it is not really confidence inspiring when it comes to turns. I mean, even if you're around 60, 70 odd kilometers and you think you can take a turn in it, nah. It's a little scarier on the turns. Seats, pretty good. I initially did not like the seats, but eventually I found the perfect position where I can sit and drive it. I kind of started liking the seats. The steering is pretty good. The gearbox is good. But constantly I kept feeling that the first and second gear really lacks what a car really needs, of this size really needs. So the map we are going to put now is going to help us in improving the first and second gear, because these cars do drive a lot in traffic, and if your traffic experience can improve, your power delivery can improve, obviously it will improve your mileage also. Another thing I noticed was this car constantly, the average kept dropping when it was at constant 100 kilometers per hour. It was very good at 80, but it was not really happy at 100. It was at stable 2000 RPM, and at 100 kilometers per hour, the mileage kept dropping. So let's see if the map can change that thing, and if it is more happy revving around 2000 RPM or not. So that's one focus we are going to really look into it now. It's going to take another 10 odd minutes to remap, then we'll head home. And so far the journey has been good. We did not meet with any traffic jams. So let's hope we have the same scenario when we go back home. So the ECU has been successfully flashed, and now we're heading. So we are heading back now. And the very first thing I've noticed after remap is this car is moving on one gear up. I mean, it does not need those lower gears. I'm already at the 5th gear and it is not shaking. It's not demanding me to go on the lower gear. It is already very happy. That's the very first thing I noticed. The biggest difference I've noticed so far is the engine has gone really silent. I mean, the diesel clutter has reduced a lot. I mean, it still revs at 2000 RPM. I do not feel that harshness in the engine right now. It seems more calm and composed. I've driven it for 15 odd kilometers, and I can't really tell you how it performs in the first and second gear because I've not got a chance. So I'm hoping when I exit the highway and I really come into the traffic, I'll get more chance to explore how it performs at the lower speeds. So now we've exited the express highway and we are back on the road with the traffic, and I will get to test how this car performs in lower gears. I mean, the car is picking up at 5th gear at 40 kilometers per hour. That's nice. I mean, I'm able to pull this car. It has instant punch. The throttle response is very good. The engine is happy and eager to pick up speed. One thing is for sure, the car does not need that many downshifts as it needed before. I had to constantly keep changing gears while moving through traffic. Now, it seems pretty happy. So far, I've noticed is this car runs amazing in traffic now. I mean, the previous complaint I had that this car does not crawl properly in first and second gear. I mean, I'm in middle of traffic. I'm barely touching 20 kilometers per hour, and my car is on third gear. This car barely. I mean, this car just shoots up now. I have been in traffic for some time. It does not really require those downshifts as it needed earlier. If you are constantly in, let's say, a traffic that moves between 20 to 40 kmph, you will be very happy in fourth and fifth gear. You will barely require to be on the third gear. Even close to a standstill, I haven't required to put the first or second gear. I'm just pushing the third and it picks up from there. That's a very good low end torque for this car now. And sometimes I start feeling that this car needs a sixth gear. I mean, the power band is so early that by the time it reaches 80, 100 kilometers per hour, the car is like it needs a sixth gear, though it's a 5 gear transmission. So right now it is around 6 p.m. and we are kind of stuck in the rush hour traffic. We are barely able to cross 40, 50 kilometer per hour speed, and well, which is not really good when you're trying to hypermile a car. But again, it is a kind of a real test. We have to find out how this car performs in real life. So far, these are the statistics it's showing. Thank you. It's 6:55 p.m. right now, and we're kind of still stuck in traffic. We are about to reach the petrol pump, but it's been over an hour that we are stuck in the traffic. And yes, there comes the petrol pump. We are fueling the car now. बस भर गया. Okay, so 10.20 for 148.3 kilometers. So we have been managed to pull 14.5 from 13.1. That's an increase of around 1.4 kilometers per liter. That's really amazing. So now we are heading back to our garage. It's around 1 kilometer from the final destination, from the petrol pump. And yes, I am super excited with the result. Did I expect this much? Somewhat and somewhat not. I was hoping a gain of around 1 kilometer per liter. But again, yeah, 1.3, 1.5, and 1.23 actually to be exact. 1.23 gain per kilometer is a very good gain for the size of this car. Plus, we were stuck in traffic for good around 35-40 minutes or so. So overall, yes. Does the map work? Yes. And about the performance, it has a very good low-end torque now. So I guess if the people who constantly drive in traffic will be more happy with this instead of highway drives, because I've noticed beyond 80, this car is not really happy. Okay, let it be tuned or not tuned. It is not a highway car, that's for sure. But yeah, we can improve this car definitely when it comes to everyday city drive. That one thing we can really improve, and we have managed to improve it. The low end is really good. You don't need to shift gears, and yeah, it's a pretty smooth drive. You don't really need to rev that hard anymore. And this is our garage. We started from here in the afternoon, and now we are back. Finally, we are back in our garage, and I have changed the map to a performance map in this car because the customer drives this in high terrain. He takes it for off-roading experiences. He takes it to really high altitude areas. This is from Snow Leopard off-roading group. That car also is from the Leopard Expedition group. They both have the high altitude performance maps in them. We have already put a map in that car some time ago, and the performance is really good. The customer has really appreciated, because these two cars at the same time go at the same place, and they have clearly mentioned that the performance of that vehicle is way better than the performance of this vehicle. So they want the same map in this car, though we wanted to test the mileage map. So now I've changed the map to a performance map, and soon I'll ask them to give me a review of both the cars. How are they performing again at high altitude? I think they're going to Kaza or Spiti in a matter of few weeks. We are preparing those cars for them, the clutch plates, we are changing the brake pads, and we're looking at the suspension work, because it is not easy to find maintenance at those places. So we want these cars to run fit and fine, so that they can go, enjoy, have fun, and come back just for regular maintenance. Thank you.